Good afternoon and welcome to the Ravens Report. It's Monday, January 14th. Thanks for watching. I'm Dylan Benford. We will be on a regular bell schedule tomorrow. Here is something we think just about all of you will be interested in. Eating delicious Italian food in a cool place to raise money for the Ridgeview Booster Club. It's 2 weeks from tonight, Monday, January 28th. The Ravens Booster Club will be holding an Italian dinner night at Juniper Golf Club. It's only $16.95 for high school students and adults, and $9.95 for kids 12 and under. To reserve your spot, contact Carol at cburnett@playjuniper.com. Future business leaders will be holding a meeting tomorrow during lunch in room A134. Registration for the Regional Skills Conference is tomorrow, so the meeting will be mandatory for those wanting to attend the conference on February 5th at the Oregon Institution of Technology in Klamath Falls. See Mrs. Crouch for any questions. The first ever Ridgeview play is coming next month. It is called The Red Velvet Cake War. We will have further information in future Ravens reports. But today we meet the woman who is going to make it all happen. Skylar Adams introduces us to Mrs. Nye.
She teaches, she directs, she sings, she acts. Many of you have probably seen her buzzing around the school. But how well do you really know Mrs. Nye?
I've been a teacher all my life. I have never had a year since I was in kindergarten where I wasn't in school, which is kind of weird. And I taught 32 years in Washington.
My favorite part about choir would probably have to be the dysfunctional family part of it.
Linda Nye is the exceptional, experienced, and multi-talented choir and drama teacher here at Ridgeview. And the way she teaches is like no other.
Well, I'm sitting behind a quote about beauty, and in my teaching, I always try to stay positive and have those what are called, in philosophical terms, existential moments, where there is an aha when everybody just feels that, and it happens in choir often when you're really, really good. And that to me is the epitome of what music's about, is when everybody has that feeling that is indescribable.
Teaching is what Mrs. Nye loves to do. I mean, come on. She's been doing it her whole life. But what about in a brand new school?
I have never opened a school before. It has been exhausting because nothing really was in place for the stage, and so even the thought of doing a play for a while was overwhelming.
It sounds like things can get pretty tough and confusing here. She can't be doing it all on her own, can she?
My name is Stephen Nye, and I am Linda's right-hand man.
He did skipping stones into the river, and it was terribly romantic. That was our first date.
We think a lot alike, so we have a lot of things in common in that respect.
He has a British accent. Come on. That's really, really romantic. He is super helpful, super supportive, loyal, true blue. He can even cook. And he has really, really great taste. And he even will go shopping with me. What guy will do that?
What I like about Mrs. Nye is she's always there, and she's like loving, like no matter what, even if she is making you irritated.
And we work pretty well together. When we don't work well together is when I'm stressed. Because when I get really stressed, then he starts trying to help, and then I just wanted to say shut up, and that's not cool, because he's just trying his best to help me. And he knows me by now, so he just kind of knows when to back off most of the time. But for the most part, he's super helpful.
I'm Skylar Adams, and thank you for watching the Ravens Report. Don't forget to tune in tomorrow for more on the happenings of Ridgeview.
Thank you, Skylar. The Red Velvet Cake play opens in early February. Good luck to Mrs. Nye and her students and her husband. Yearbook orders must be placed now. If you don't order a book, you will not be guaranteed one. So buy one today. Live the year, buy the book. Buy it online at the RVHS website or in person in room A139. Finally, a couple sports items. Congrats to the Ridgeview wrestling team. The Ravens came from behind to beat Lapine with a 37-30 win. Chase Wolford, Alex Palacios, and Calvin Rodman all secured key victories. And a pair of Ridgeview swimmers were named the Redmond Spokesman's Athlete of the Week. Haley Houghton and Connor McQuarrie. Way to make a big splash. More student-produced news stories, sports highlights, and fun stuff can be found at youtube.com/RidgeviewRavens. I'm Dylan Benford. Thanks for watching the Ravens Report. We'll be back tomorrow. Have an epic day and stay classy, Ridgeview.